checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. I'm sitting there watching this whole thing going, so you're telling me the Rock and Roll Express, who, by the way, at the beginning of the show, they announced there's a contest, win a date with these two? A date with the Rock and Roll Express? So they vandalized this man's property, broke into his car, stole, apparently like it's grand theft because these were very expensive robes, said Mr. Wrestling, stole his property, forged his name, identity theft. This is so far 5 crimes that they've committed. And then they went in and they stole the tag team titles as the Rock and Roll Express in a match where the Rock and Roll Express weren't allowed to compete. And Bill Watts, the guy in charge, he's just like, looks like that happened. I mean, the point of all of this is, had it been any other year, I would have said, you, Bill Watts, are the worst GM I have ever seen in the history of wrestling. You're worse than Jack Tunney. You're worse than People Power, John Laurinaitis. You are the dirt worst. But you know what saved Bill Watts from that moniker?
The fact it made loads of money?
The fact that Ava exists. Do you know what happened on this NXT show, everybody?
I do.
So, the women's North American champion was Fallon Henley, okay? Fallon Henley lost her championship, okay? She lost the belt. She then, every week thereafter, first politely, and then she got more and more irritated, as she should have, she went up and she said, Ava, when am I getting my rematch? I was the champion. I lost my belt. When am I getting my rematch for the title? And you know what Ava said?
What?
Well, Ava said nothing. Ava said, Fallon, we're not talking about this right now. Fallon, I'm busy. We're not discussing this right now. Fallon, I don't have time right now. She just blew her off. Fallon finally invaded a press conference where literally Ava is there to answer questions about what is going on in NXT. She's at a press conference. Fallon invades the press conference and she's like, Ava, when am I going to get my rematch for the women's North American title? And Ava says, we're not here to discuss that right now. I was like, yes, that's the whole point of a press conference. Blew her off again. Walked off. Fallon's a heel, by the way. It's just like Mid-South. Fallon is a heel getting screwed by the GM and ignored for no good reason. Fallon didn't do anything to deserve this. She's ignored. And then on the show, I swear to God, last night, Ava is in the locker room, and she's with Stephanie, who is the double champion. And so, yeah, it's exactly what happened with Eddie Thorpe, which caused that guy to snap. And then she got mad about it because he snapped, even though she was responsible. So anyway, Ava's in the office. She's with Stephanie, the double champion. Fallon walks in, and she says, Ava, I've asked, when am I going to get my rematch? And do you know what Ava said?
What?
Do you know what she said to Fallon Henley when Fallon asked, when am I going to get my rematch?
What?
Ava said, and I quote, Fallon, we talk about this every week. I got so angry.
They do?
I got so angry when she said that because you know what they don't do every week? They don't talk about it. She's never talked about it. Fallon has tried to talk about it. Ava has ignored her. And this week, she has the absolute temerity to say that we talk about this every week. I'll censor myself. That is a Jiminy Christmas. So then, of all people, Julia, the double champion, is standing right there.
Stephanie Vacker.
Stephanie Vacker. And Stephanie goes, give her the rematch. Give it to her. And Ava responds by rolling her eyes. And Fallon says, great. I want it next week. Ava says, well, no, you can't have it next week because Stephanie's already got a match with Jada Parker next week. And Fallon goes, too bad. She's a double champion. And Stephanie goes, I'll do it. I'll defend the title twice in one night. Ava's like clueless. Huh? What? You have two titles? You're going to defend them both in one night? Fine, I guess it's on. Oh, my God. Stephanie can barely speak English. Like, she literally in her promo goes, I can barely speak English. She spoke better English and was a better GM than Ava on this show. Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify.